Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Probably going to have to see if we can figure out the villagers off camera, unless someone wants to comment down below what I should be doing with them. I've been thinking recently. Oh, he came through the portal. I've been thinking recently that I never really explained my origin in Christianity. I mean, I grew up in the church, or not in the church, but in a Christian family, that's true. But at some point in college, or maybe before college, I asked myself the very simple question, basically is what I thought have any basis in reality. And it quickly became apparent, yes. As far as Christianity goes, it's always been a case of it's blatantly obvious that God exists. And now you even have scientists admitting that it's blatantly obvious that someone, or something, but someone is I want to say pulling the strings, but that's basically the assessment. I mean, when you think about it, what is the probability that a bunch of amino acids, or in the case of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, actually kind of surprised I still remember what that's called. It's just going to form, a single cell organism, and that's just not very likely. And as I said, even now the scientists are starting to admit that it's kind of far-fetched that just out of nowhere this happened. Now, I know atheists are a big fan of saying, oh, transpermia, that must be the reason. Well, that's just basically kicking the can down the road as far as the origin of life. Can I make this jump? Yes, I can. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. even Einstein at some point decided God must exist for the cosmos to be the way they are. And that's honestly the case a lot of scientists are coming to the conclusion of now. I don't put a lot of faith in science, to be perfectly honest. It might have something to do with the fact of my last video talking about how bad of a job medicine is doing right now at helping people. I mean, okay, you can't get medicine, so you have to help with that. What's that? If you're on the fence about it, what you can do is ask God to show you some way. I mean, normally I've heard some different ideas about what you can do there. Obviously, you don't want to ask God for money, women, or power, because He's not going to give you those things because they are very destructive. I mean, honestly, when I was suffering during the Great Recession, I asked him, hey, can you maybe have me win the lottery? Maybe I won't have to have so much stress. Well, he didn't do that because it wouldn't have been good for me, honestly, if I had if I had won the lottery then. Honestly, right now, I'd probably be, 6 feet in the ground. Which is, hard to admit, but, I mean, it's not good for you to, I mean, money, they say it's the root of all evil. I mean, okay, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's a load of crap. Well, money is a possible means to an end. That's it. I still got a lot of daylight, although the last time I thought I had a lot of daylight, it turned out I didn't. But if you want to ask God for a sign, I knew a guy in college. The sign he asked for from God was he kind of a big lightning thing. That was his thing. A lot of people have, and he asked God, hey, can you make lightning strike these 3 spots? And then immediately that happened. And it is said, don't test God, but I mean, it is a thing. But however, I mean, I was watching another YouTube gamer. She was playing Lethal Company. Personally, I would never want to play myself, but I don't know, maybe if the opportunity arose. she was playing Lethal Company, and she said, perhaps jokingly, she wanted a sign in the game. You could use the sign as a weapon. So she said, God, show me a sign. And then she walked into the building, and immediately there was a stop sign there. And she didn't know how to deal with that. So she gave the stop sign to another player and asked for another sign, which she also got. Which honestly, in that case, the person she had given the sign had died, and so she got the same sign back. And then she left the building and left the sign behind, despite the fact that she had room to carry it. And she determined that meant that there was no God. So, I mean, if you're going to ask for a sign, be sure you know how to handle it when you get it. I mean, if you have no intent to follow God, maybe don't ask for signs. But I mean, if you're at the very least curious, I mean, just make sure that if you ask for a sign and he gives you one, don't then immediately throw it back in his face. I mean, of course, God is compassionate and has much more patience than I have with people. I try to be patient with people, but sometimes it just can't be helped. I do work in a retail job. In hindsight, I don't think I had to tear that whole dirt column down. And there goes my shovel. Saw that one coming. But yeah, I mean, my origin is it always seemed like completely common sense that God existed. A lot of the scientists are starting to agree with that fact. But that's basically all I wanted to say about that. think I'll leave that video here for now. Like and subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.